And the string line is up. Good afternoon, folks. I'd like to welcome everybody aboard the Dolphin. So I can do a pretty good job of showing you on our navigational chart where we expect to find whales this afternoon, based 4 or 5 months now. So what's on their mind is finding fish, and we do have to have a Coast Guard required life vest demonstration. We'll have somebody down inside the main cabin for that, Charlie, as well as somebody up here on the upper deck. Also generating up on the computer screen a three-dimensional chart of the offshore PowerPoint presentations on a touchscreen. As I said, you've got some crew members down inside the main cabin right now, either Chris or Kira. This is Nate, he's your first mate on the boat. And to put on the life jacket, you simply slip it over your head, take that long belt, put it around your waist, put the buckle on the ring, and pull the strap good and tight. We do have a swell, a rolling sea out of the north right now, and it's running, it'll be taking effect certainly by the time we clear the land and get out into the somewhat rougher seas. My name's Mark Gilmore, I'm your naturalist. I'm very interested in keeping you safe, and I did yell really loud at some people this morning. It was simply because we have to come home, and we all want to be out there to see whales. We had a wonderful morning, so feet on the deck, firm handhold to the rails of the back of the benches as you move about is always a good idea. Personal items on board. Again, it is somewhat windy out there. This is the first week of the whale watching season where I've been on board where we can actually go fast. So 10 miles per hour. We're now up to about 21 miles per hour. And with that, of course, comes the fact that the wind over the boat will ping. Again, I kind of put my foot in it by saying this, but we did have some wide open mouth lunge feeding out there. You've never seen the mouth of a whale come through the surface like that, getting into the water. So we just ask you to be really careful. There's a full snack bar down below. This is my 33rd year with the fleet, and we've always been involved in research here. So if you have any special interest, I worked with right whales for a long time, aerial surveys and humpbacks. Dealing with that a little bit here. I'm going to sit around the flat to show you how we identify the individuals of each phase. We're trying to record all the we are working with about 800 to 900 humpback. As I mentioned, we're in a particular time right now. The whales have been down in the Caribbean up and they're actually taking advantage of it one step further right now. So here's what happened a couple of weeks. Fine mesh to it, and it is designed to capture these. But the right whales are here to eat this and almost nothing but this. Wrapped around Canada, it's coming down our coast on the continental shelf. The dye, DDK, this is basically nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus producing. So in other words, if I put nutrients in the water and day length is getting longer, the microscopic plants actually love really cold water. So it's a combination of the nutrients. And so naturally it's got to turn and follow the course of the land, understanding this environment. We've only known it a handful of years. Wherever all the water will continue down to the south. We're only to figure it out in this giant bowl. So what essentially ends up happening is all of these little copals through the ocean here, down to here, but then they're getting caught in the whirlpool. And they're going around in the whirlpool in Florida, their camping grounds, and they came up and they dumped them. There's a V-shaped opening at the front. It's big enough for several humans to walk right through. And then there's walls of this material on either side of the head. And the right whale has this fringing here that for the right whale is finer than human hair. That is fine enough to match almost the mesh of my plate. Plate usually will go right through this one. It's really big. bigger whales are showering right now. These are all humpbacks, by the way. Oh, there they are! Open mouth, you saw the columns of bubbles in the big ring. There's a whale that's blowing deep underneath the school of fish in a spiral at the top. And again, if you think about of the great whales, it's not on the endangered species list, by the way. And I'm sure some of you have probably seen down in the Antarctic Marine Sanctuary on those little whales right there. The Jap dying big fight. So they had actually really learned thinking about effective whales compete with commercial fishermen for the same kind of fish. And that has been ended with that. Japan has also apparently made noise about the fact that they may actually just stop the system. I'm talking. You got whales of both sides.
There's two calf.
Calf over here. Did everybody hear that? Do you know what time that happened? Coming right at us. Very close. Look at the sand that goes to the clouds.
See the fish on the bubbles? Mom.
There's a little baby. Still nourishing until they fall, by the way. Not interesting fish. There's the second baby.
Oh, big mama.
I have a feeling that's Marco.
No. Somebody else coming. Oh, never mind. There's two. Oh, see it's moving? You know, you see the white flippers. You see the white flippers.
Maybe you're going to get an open mouth. We're going to kick feeding at 12:30. Lift it down, slamming. Read a calf earlier today, lunge up into the air, drop its mouth open, snap at the air. Like it looked like it was trying to take fish. Okay, get ready in the bubbles here at 1.
Come on, Mom. Get your tail. And that's what it is.
Okay, we got an idea on one of the mothers. The one that dove right is white. There's a crooked black line that splits in it, and it looks like the Nile River Delta. That's how the whales are named. They look for field mark. Something that reminds us of something we can remember easily. Really close. Another really nice look at Nile.
goes dove right underneath the tail area of the mother. It's followed right under the stern.
That green's a great measure of how many microscopic plants are in the water. There goes Niall. That mother who dove first is the one I was
It
actually.
looks like a little sonar echo. They use that to print out, for instance, of a sound, kind of echo sonogram. Almost done.
That's in the middle.
Hey, there's the single over there, Mark, too.
Okay, the one we just kind of left was kicking a lot. Here's some indication where we are. As you look at the chart at that point, we are on the southwestern corner of Stowing Bank, but we're just off the edge. We're on the edge where it's rock, straight off about 206. Can you keep going? Yes.
Okay, they're fine. Oh, yeah. that go? Just go high down. Echo's got kind of a standard. Gotta keep watching. That was a full spinning head breach for one of the calves. It looks like it's winding up again, everybody. It dove really fast. So you get entices this other calf to jump. But you get the impression Echo is a very large female metallic whale. Down she goes. Now it's with the whales in the picture, and then float a giant grid around the boat that we constructed and superimpose the photographs to direct measurement. And cap. And now the cap. If you happen to be noticing, there's some really neat. Minky out there at 3. After what we call lobtailing. Now, if you're wondering why the calf jumped, considering that they're mammals, probably play activity or exercise. Sometimes it's an aid in digestion. We'll see jumping, stop, get rid of the digested food and go on to some other behavior. So that's common. Often, are on the tips of the tail, around the underside of the chin, sometimes around the eye, the genital area, on the forward edge of the flippers. So when we see them flipper slapping or lobtailing, lifting the tail down somewhere, very often it might feel like scratching an itch. It's just the barnacles are irritating, and they may actually. That's more like a pull breach. So that's Mom, maybe getting back into kick feeding. Wow. Double kick. Months later, almost every whale in the population started doing it. Water temperature? About 54. Right out of the water. You did a breaching cap. At one point there was clear the water. And right now we're looking at probably about 4 tons. Feels a little bit like the old days. Now this is not what we would expect today. I was really concerned about not seeing feeding sediment. The longest distance migration on the planet is actually that made by the little copepods. And they go up and down the water column 30, 40 meters every day. And you consider they're less than a millimeter long, that's a long distance. And the reason that they're doing that is they're trying to get out of the light. The sand eels are raptorial feeders that will have to see the copepods in order to consume them. When it gets too bright and sunny out here, the copepods go way deep. Fish go way deep, and the feeding usually takes place down deep. Set o'clock.
I think this outer ply was made out of kid.
Yeah, we got a baby on the other side.
Get a close approach out of this too.
Oh, nice tail shot.
There it is. Okay, now that we're clear of that whale, we're going to start making our way out of here, folks. So we'll slow to whales here for the whole trip. And open mouths, certainly allowed. bowhead, selected animals that would be active in cultural able to compare the waxy inner earplugs to the work that we're doing, analyzing the accurate way of determining age for a lot of different mammals. There are animals that were killed. So when you consider that, the fact that we have not done the I'd put out there, so those babies that you saw today will be here many generations of your family, possibly